Let Red Shred. Snowboarding in Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3. Oh, man. It could be epic. And what has me really excited about this and why I wanted to make that the topic this week, well, we did the feud just a couple days ago. Right? And on that feud, I strategically put a question or a prompt that said, name something you'd like to see in Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3 that would make snowboarding the coolest. And we had some great answers out there. And it was exactly as I suspected. It's what I wanted, right? I got the fan feedback, I got to put it into a game show, and I got the contestants on the show to say some things that even the fans didn't think of, because trust me, we were on that prompt for a long time as they would make guesses and just it wasn't on the board. But they had some awesome guesses, like this one in particular. Okay, I'm going to start it off right now with this one in particular. Droogle, over on the team Crystal Bearers, said, weather, inclement weather, extreme weather, avalanches, blizzards. I said, dude, that's awesome. Thank you for that, because can you imagine? And you gotta imagine this. You gotta imagine this now. Look at Cloud right now. He's about to snowboard down. Imagine if there's a freaking avalanche behind you, and the pun is already there, because Barrett and Tifa will be there, you know what I mean? But the avalanche, you know what I mean? Just being chased by oh gosh, how epic would that be? I'm joined by the Dragoon King. What's up, man? All the lights stayed intact. Glad to see that. They
stayed intact. Let's go. I was worried they would fall when I did that.
And we have the Excalibro Super Festive. I love that. Love it.
What's up, y'all? What's up?
What is up? Okay, so let's talk about weather. You guys like that idea? The blizzard, the avalanche being chased by it. Is that something that would be freaking hype for you?
I give that an all yeah.
Yeah. That's an all yeah for sure. Now, so what I want to do here is I want to go through some, like, I don't know, we'll talk about gameplay. We can talk about how the story can work, right? Where should we go first? Where's the path we take? What course?
For snowboard?
For snowboarding. Do we want to start with the story, or do we want to start with gameplay?
Well, it is the emotional high point of the game. I mean, it has a great setup with, like, killing Aerith. And then we really get to the emotional core of the story, which is Shred and Gnar. And
you know what? That's a good. Let's bring it in. Let's bring that in right now. Story, because I had a way to make that emotional. Like, it wouldn't be such emotional whiplash. But by this point, I mean, we are looking at like a 3-year gap, 4-year gap, or whatever between Rebirth and Part 3. So, in that sense, we as players anticipating the game have had enough time to be like, all right, yeah, I'm ready to shred these hills, baby, let's go. But if you think about it in the term of like pacing of like when you're binge watching a TV show and you're just watching season to season to season, yeah, you're not getting that break in between. I can imagine that we want to avoid in a way maybe that. Like that whiplash of like now we're shredding the slopes. That's weird. And Cloud is on a mental breakdown at this point as well. Like at the end of Rebirth, Cloud he's definitely lost it. Here's what I suggested, and I'm going to bring this up as a reminder for those who are tuning in, maybe new to the Hypecast. Welcome, thank you. Be sure to subscribe. And just stay tuned. We're bringing the hype every week. It's mostly. Now, I suggested this on the episode where we had Genesis on. How should Part 3 begin? And I want to bring this back in. Because I suggested that Cloud is not playable. And this was met with a, oh! But Cloud isn't playable in the first couple chapters of this game. Where I think it would be really cool if we're at the icicle end, almost like a a calm end type situation. But in this time, Cloud he gets up in the middle of the night. We didn't know this, but we find out Cloud's not here. What happened? Tifa wakes up in the morning. Cloud's not in the end. Where is he at? We're looking all over the place for him. Where's Cloud? A couple of the residents of Icicle Inn, they say, we saw him walking towards the cliff or towards the mountain. You know, like he was just stumbling and walking towards the mountain over there. Like that was in the middle of the night. And then like, oh no, we need to make up lost time. We need to cover distance, and we need to cover distance fast to catch up with Cloud. How we do that? We grab a snowboard. And then then it anchors it all together in a way that makes sense. We're snowboarding down this hill because we need to catch up to Cloud. This is more of a sense of urgency rather than a sense of like fun. But of course, I don't know necessarily how that's going to translate into the gameplay versus minigame, because we do know that there's going to be a minigame that happens at the Gold Saucer. There was a poster for it that said coming soon. So there's going to be a snowboard minigame at the Gold Saucer. So I am imagining in my scenario that you're playing as Tifa. You're playing as Tifa, and you're snowboarding down this hill. You have the rest of the crew with you, which is kind of cool too. Like they're snowboarding as well. Rebirth does not shy away from taking a moment that should be a sense of urgency, but so I can imagine she's over there, she's doing some tricks. Kate Sith, woohoo, this is awesome. Like having a good. It was like, yeah, but Cloud is he's missing, but that's cool. It doesn't matter. they're gonna do it anyway.
No biggie.
So that's where I'm at with this, where you're actually playing as Tifa. We have the alternate outfits that was also on the list there. We can talk about that a little bit as well. But imagine that we're in full snow gear. We're going down the hill. We're trying to catch up with Cloud. There's a sense of urgency. And that's the story aspect of it. Let's keep it to story. I'll pitch it over to Excalibur.
So story-wise, I mean, I don't know what happens before this. I'm gonna pretend it don't matter too much, because maybe Cloud's involved in the downhill snowboarding part. Maybe he's not. But what we do know is that canonically the Turks are there, or at least Elena is there. So we talked about this a little bit before, but I'm gonna do a quick little recap. I see a fight with Elena transitioning into the snowboard scene with the chase, helicopters, Shinra troops, the whole party. People are crossing each other's paths, going down the cliffside. Stuff is getting blown up. They're going through tunnels.
Almost like people the buggy scenario.
Trees. Say again?
Like the buggy in prison, like the prison break.
Yeah, exactly. Like
an action set piece weaving.
We're going
to
turn it up to 11,
gameplay.
right, Dan?
Yep.
This one goes to 11.
So I see them turning it into. Not turning it into, but using all the story pieces around it to kind of segue into it so that it can happen with urgency. It's not just this quiet moment of you going down the slopes. It's like there's a little bit of panic. It's a little bit forced. You're being pushed or funneled down this mountainside. And through due course, you get that avalanche, you get that weather. They're separated, from the Shinra troops, the Turks or Elena, the helicopter, all that's left behind when there's an avalanche, and the party makes it safely into the Great Glacier.
Bro, so I love what you did there. We both of our ideas have incorporated this sense of urgency rather than like we're just snowboarding down there to get to the bottom. Like there's a purpose. And I like what you're saying. Like the helicopters come in, we see Shinra come in, grab a board, let's freaking go. Do you think that just like in the motorcycle chase, and not everybody's snowboarding, but like you have somebody in the freaking sled, like you got like Barrett and Red in the sled,
I could dig it. Or
hashtag let Red shred and sled.
Red just goes in a ball and just becomes a bigger and bigger snowball as he goes down.
With a little fire tail poking out. Maybe this is when we get Kate riding Red just running. He's running down because he can probably keep up.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what's interesting? All right, so Wiley, I really like the direction you took with the Elena fight kind of segueing into the action set piece. It reminds me again of like the buggy rail shooter segment where it was just kind of chaos from all angles, and it's a gameplay element. You can incorporate the snowboarding into that. But I feel like my thought on this was like weirdly the opposite of you guys. Although I kind of like the direction you took this. I feel like they're gonna like for the story part of this, they're gonna want to start us off on that same kind of low state that we were left in Rebirth. And I feel like maybe this is almost if you guys have played Red Dead Redemption 2, that start of that game, that feeling of just like needing to hunker down, you're going through the storm, you're isolated. We can reflect on the characters. Maybe we'll get some like flashbacks of the end of Rebirth. We can learn more about her past with the Gast files stuff. Just like kind of like a slow burn start. And then I don't know how they would incorporate Elaine into a boss fight and then go back to what I was saying, because you know, like the idea I had in my head is that maybe the snowboarding could actually be a natural like first group thing that they can do to try and like ease their mind. Almost like a, you know, like maybe you would be, whether it's, you know, Barrett or whoever, Sid, just grabbing like the snowboard and being like,
always wanted to try this. And it's
like it would totally seem in line with like Barrett to do something like that, where it's like, you know, I've always wanted to try this. And he just grabs a board.
Yuffie will hate it, of course.
Yeah, right. Yuffie's gonna hate it. Like, I feel like there's a good wave where we don't need to jump straight into the action here. Although, I mean, you don't have to have the fight with Elena. You could have her goof and like miss a punch, fall down the mountain like she did, you know, basically in the original. And then just that's how I almost see it starting is, let us start with like the somber depression, remember where we just came from, and now we need to lift our group's spirits. Like, let's figure something out to do.
Do we want to wager another bottle of hot sauce on this?
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. I have 3 more from that pack. So.
Oh man!
Since we are for the viewers that will actually, this stuff makes it into the content. Lee promised you, he promised on live content that if he got, we were making bets on who won the game awards. I believe I'm your winner. I mean,
yeah. But I like how there was nothing for you winning. It was just if you.
No, I'm just I get the privilege of watching Dragoon King. He's going to he's going to take
All right, then Wiley, you have to leave.
Yeah.
You don't get the privilege.
You don't get a privilege.
I'll close my eyes.
He's going to take a hit of Outback hot sauce that says says I'll make her. Or my Outback is burning.
My Outback is burning.
Yeah. So he's going to do that during his best cook. So just stay tuned for that. It's going to be great.
I don't know what my best cook is. I have no notes. But also, this is a good segue to promote the Discord, Dan, because Discord voted on which hot sauce I was going to drink tonight.
That's true. Austin Lee Matthews had something to say there. The voice of Roche.
Crazy.
The voice of Roche had something to say. That was great, dude. Chimed in.
The first response was Roche. It's like, whoa, that caught me so off guard. I was like, of all people, Roche had something to say about what hot sauce I drink. And you know what was said? I don't think that sauce is hot enough. It's like, thanks, Roche.
They did say that. Yeah, that was right.
Ready to drink sauce,
I was like, listen,
my friend.
Yeah, drink a hotter sauce, my friend. Oh my God, here we go. Okay, so all right, we have it makes sense for Shinra to be there because we do know that once we get to the Northern Crater, that's Shinra's there. So I like what you got going on there. We have that where everything is kind of going towards the Northern Crater. Like we are, like you can tell from the beginning of part 3 that all eyes are on the destination right there, the Northern Crater, where it's going to begin and where it's going to end. That is the like boom right there. So I like I like all of these ideas for the story. Now, story and gameplay are going to be a little bit different here. Story and mini game, because obviously for the story we're talking about a sense of urgency. We're talking about like just intense, epic, cinematic snowboarding for the beginning. And then we have the arcade-like aspect of the mini game. How do we want, and we can also just kind of throw in like, oh, I think gameplay wise this and this for arcade, for the story, whatever. But I think we're mostly just going to focus on this is how the gameplay works, because I mean, I don't think they're going to differentiate it too much between the two. So, what's the very first thing that comes to your mind when I say snowboarding, Final Fantasy VII Part 3, what is it, Dragoon King? Like, what do you want to see? First thing.
Are you going to tell them if this is the top answer?
Name
What's the
something that would make it
you can't throw me like that, because the first thing that came to my mind was snow.
Snow. Correct.
Snow.
Snow.
It's got to be lots of snow.
For the love of God, put snow in the snowboarding, please.
Who would do such a thing?
Man.
Wow, that was really good. Thanks. I was not prepared for that. What is
Do
the
so
first?
well under pressure.
Yeah, thank you. I don't know. The first thing, all right.
Gameplay wise,
First thing I want from a gameplay standpoint. I mean, I don't know if this is the answer you're looking for, but I want replayability.
Okay.
I want there to be a reason that, like, what are they going to add that? And this is why the variator idea that you got, like, I didn't watch the feud episode because I'm not as knowledgeable on the wider vest expanse of Final Fantasy. Not yet. We have to finish the review and rank that. But what is it? I'm not sure, man. I feel like.
Let me help you.
I just want to replay.
Yeah.
I just want to replay, dude.
All right, so replayability I think would also lend to, like, let's say I played before the show SSX Tricky. I was like, listen,
okay.
I'm going to play SSX Tricky just because I feel like that is the game everybody kind of just, well, at least people my age will go like, that snowboarding is the best snowboarding game of all time. SSX Tricky. People freaking love that. Now, I started playing it and I started to realize, like, oh wow, this is actually really, really deep into, like, the arcade aspect of the game. Like that, I mean, we got like we're not just shredding or not going down a slope, but we got like freaking Mario Kart 8, like freaking like ramps and loops, and so there's all that aspect to it. And I can imagine that when we go to the Gold Saucer, we get levels that are not just natural environment that we would find at, snowboarding down Icicle Lens Mountain.
Full-blown course.
We're getting a course, and they can get a little more creative with the arcade version at the Gold Saucer, where we can have those SSX Tricky, like, type courses. So I think replayability means you got to give me multiple courses. You got to give me courses that are different enough that I'm like, yeah, that's, I can pick a favorite. Give me courses that kind of blow my mind. Give me almost would be cool, and I don't know if we're gonna get it, but it would be cool to have like a not a Grand Prix, but like a freaking, yeah, like a Grand Prix. I don't know, but like courses that line up, and it's a competition you want to be. It's almost Mario Kart 8, cup, built within the snowboarding minigame. I think that would be a lot of fun. Racing down the hill, because SSX Tricky. Man, it had racing, it had tricks challenge runs, like to be able to do it, like style challenge run, like to do as many tricks as you possibly can, build up enough points, almost like Tony Hawk. Go ahead. Oh my god, your field of view on that, like your finger just goes, whoa.
Have you ever played, all right, because I love Tricky, but there is an SSX game that I like more, and I don't know if you've played it, but SSX 2012. It was just called SSX. Have you played that one?
That's
because
okay.
The reason I bring that one up is because we were talking about the weather and stuff, and that was a huge point of that game. Was these like deadly weather effects, whether it was avalanching or it was needing like oh. Dude, this ruled first off, but like I would love for now. Imagine if you would the rest of the party there. That's Barrett right behind.
There's the helicopter.
Like, that's
see,
the Turks.
Where's Elena?
It's the Turks. But no, like just this was like a fun blend of arcadey like tricks and racing style, but also I loved the way that they incorporated like the deadly weather environments into the gameplay in this game. And I could see something like that with Rebirth that would just make your trick, like not just a trick run or a racetrack. You could have avalanches, you could have darkness, you could just like mess with so many variators.
Bro, this
and when
looks
I was saying
awesome.
Replayability before, this game rules. This game rules. If you guys want to play it later, I'm down.
It's on, so Ectogamut, chatted in and said, can you play this on the Xbox Series consoles? And yes, you can. Backwards compatibility. Yeah. I know it's on I think it's on Game Pass, but it is definitely, you can play it on there. So definitely check that out. I'm
definitely playing it after we get
off. Are we about to do it for the freaking the Christmas party?
Yeah, I'll just go to my living room and play SSX. Yeah. You're not gonna get a webcam, but you're gonna see me shred Gnar. So who cares?
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna download this. I downloaded SSX Tricky, or not down. I got SSX Tricky, and I played that, and I was like, this is the one that everybody refers to. But man, yeah, graphics.
2012 was my favorite.
Yeah, graphics go a long way from GameCube to this one.
Yeah, no, this was awesome. My jam. I played the hell out of this game, dude.
Can you imagine going like this in Final Fantasy VII? Yeah. Like this is what we want it to look like. This is what we want it to look like. Simple as that.
I'm gonna tell you, I think it needs. So we just jumped right over the assumption that it's going to have tricks. So it's got to have tricks, right?
Yeah.
But I think there's going to be some sort of a score involved. But let me build on that and say that part of the reason that you're trying to accumulate this score is because you're building a limit meter. And you could do some sort of a trick limit where you just do something crazy.
Dude, I like that. Yeah, you build up a limit. You're able to unleash that limit, like that tricky meter right there that built up.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I just want to...
I like the first video right after is why SSX died. And we're hyping the hell out of this game.
Bringing it back.
Bring it back.
We're bringing it back. Go. Who made? Was this EA?
EA,
yeah. Go tell EA Final Fantasy wants SSX back.
Right. Did you guys play Split Fiction?
Yes.
I know you did, Dan. So there's a section in Split Fiction where you basically, this is just a mini game. And you're competing. It's like whoever gets the higher score basically wins. But it's really simple. And the whole thing is just like a single run down the mountain. You're trying to get maximum score. And I feel like it really just in that short span captures what's fun about it. And we're seeing a lot of that right here. You have grinding, you have wall moves, you have tricks, you have flips, you have all these different types of elements that keeps it interesting, right? The environment changes and stuff like that. I feel like all of these things sort of.
Damn, we got two halves of a hat.
I
know. Gonna go ahead and pull this one up, huh? Nice.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're giving the vibe of like what we're looking for in the snowboarding here. So here we go.
Yeah.
We get to it right there. Yeah. And it's like this was a mini game. Like I mean, obviously Split Fiction is pretty much a bunch of mini games, a bunch of like different genres in a single game. So like they had to develop this particular style of gameplay for this one particular moment. And it's like, and you can imagine that like, okay, I think Final Fantasy VII developers can do something similar here. And look at this moment. This is what Lee was talking about, where like, and Wiley talking about freaking action, helicopters blowing up things in front of you, sense of urgency.
Grapple
here.
Hook right there. Like you can have Tifa use the, and Yuffie use the grapple. Yeah.
The only thing.
There you go. Going over the ceiling right there.
The only thing they might need to do is tone down the tricks in the actual story part. Like you might need to unlock tricks during like like when you go to the gold saucer for the first time and you queue up the minigame, you maybe get like a pop-up. It's like, now you can do tricks. Because I'm trying like, because maybe you can throw in like
context,
a flip.
Right? Like if it is a battle, then okay, whatever. But if it's somber, definitely there's going to have to be a different tone to it.
Well, I can't imagine doing like Elena's just shooting at us from the helicopter and Cloud's doing, just like.
But I mean, he's deflecting bullets with the board and
But I think
they're gonna, they're gonna do that.
Like I actually don't see that being too far fetched for Final Fantasy. Like I just feel like they'll do it. They'll make it goofy. Why not? They'll do it goofy. It'll be fine. But I honestly do agree with you, and at least I agree with you on that. I just don't think that it's
they're going to.
Yeah, right. Like I just don't think they're going to. But yeah, I mean. Like I said, if it's that sense of urgency with like Tifa, Cloud is missing, and like we're rolling down this hill, I don't think we need to be doing tricks. But then again,
I just think
it does
you can
leave.
disable it.
I just want tricks, okay? I'm just gonna say
mini
that.
Well, you get
at
that at the gold saucer.
Yeah, at the gold saucer.
Yeah. Or if you go back to the mountain.
I want tricks the whole time.
Give me the tricks.
Call me weird. I want to do tricks where he's looking over. He sees Aerith ghost riding, snowboarding next to him. He's doing tricks. He's doing all the tricks, bro.
I'm trying to imagine the party dialogue. It's like, I'm really worried about Cloud, and it's like Tifa doing a handstand on
the board. Front side 1080 from chat.
Front side. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, freaking you said something about Aerith's ghost, and I got to shout out Drake EC from from the feud. He said, are you talking about like Ghost Trials? With said Aerith's spirit like snowboarding alongside. He said, "You talking about Ghost Trials?"
Let me snowboard with Aerith too, bro. I don't care.
Oh man, yes, dude. Okay, look at how
Cloud gonna use his sword as a snowboard. Could that be one of his snowboard options,
bro? I'm so happy you brought this up, Excalibur. Like, freaking Split Fiction. What was Split Fiction?
There's a lot happening here.
Split Fiction was developed in Unreal Engine, correct? I can't remember.
Yeah.
So there it is. It's developed in Unreal Engine. So if there's any like engine that would, like this is what Final Fantasy VII Remake is using. So I can see this being the way that the game plays, and it was fun. It did the job, and it wasn't like a fully fledged game. Like, I mean, this was a full-fledged level that they did in Split Fiction, but yeah, I mean, like, I really like that idea. I love bringing in SSX 2012 there, because that looked freaking awesome as well. As we go back over to it, yeah, this is how we want the gameplay of snowboarding in Remake, and I think that they can deliver on that, because I feel okay. So gaming tracks,
especially the first time during the story mode.
I mean,
I'm saying that I know you guys don't want the tricks.
Yo, the SSX thing,
but you know what?
The Split Fiction thing, you convinced me. With the Split Fiction, I mean, they're doing tricks and it's Split Fiction. Like they're being hunted. Like they're hitting tricks. Why not? I can see that happening in Final Fantasy VII. Like it's not out of the realm of whatever. But we can suspend disbelief and everything.
It wouldn't be the weirdest thing.
It wouldn't be the weirdest thing.
I'll put it like that. It would not be the weirdest thing.
You're gonna tell me, like, at the end of Rebirth, when we just witnessed Aerith like get murdered, and then you have like freaking Yuffie saying, what would you do without me? Like, we're having a good time. Everybody's having fun, right? Like, dude, you're just like, okay. That was my biggest, honestly, that is my biggest Warrior of Gripe moment there, when they're doing that. And that's easily patched out. But anyways, I can see them doing that in the same. I don't want to.
I just think it's because I'm looking at like Ecto Gambit's comment, and I do agree. That's the only thing I feel like is weird, but that's why I brought up it's the opposite of you guys. That's why I brought in the direction of like, it's got to be the first thing they do that's lighthearted. Like, give us the somber and just let it be a moment of like bonding again, healing. Like, that's the direction I would see it going. I'm kind of convinced on Wiley's take as well.
See, that's why I said, like, I don't know what happens before this, because I agree with the tone. It's like, I don't know how they're going to do the beginning and get all that set up, but I think the snowboarding piece, I think you have to do as like an action piece. Otherwise, you don't really get everything out of it that you could.
Unless it's just that, again, I think it could just be that fun, like, innocent moment. It doesn't need to be that long. It could just be like, it would be interesting for them to do something like that, because I feel like, I know that Dan was saying before, we've had a couple of years now to really digest the end of Rebirth. So the whiplash isn't going to feel as extreme, but I'm imagining this playthrough, like if I were to go back, play Remake Rebirth, then Part 3, and let's just go on the assumption that we're going to Icicle in at like the very beginning of Part 3. I feel like that's the move that they got to make narratively, is just let us like breathe. Which Rebirth, not to be my own Warrior of Gripe, but that was one gripe I had with Rebirth, was that they didn't always let moments breathe. So if we could just start the game with this like somber reflection, like I said, you're walking around, you're learning more about Gast and Aerith. We're getting maybe some flashbacks.
I think that's where exactly. And I think you have plenty of time with that, with the flashbacks and that kind of stuff, to like to let it breathe. Because I mean, you're talking, you could do an easy 15-minute breathe as opposed to the 15-second breathe you get after dying. And then you transition that into sort of the high alert, Turks are here. You know, like, I know everybody's like still in the moment, but we got to go. And then it turns into this crazy piece. Because honestly, I love everything that you're saying. Like, you gotta have a little bit of that, even if there's been 3 years in between games. Like, if you play them back to back, you kind of want that continuity, right? So I'm not mad at anything you said. Like I said, I don't know how it starts. I don't know how you get that part of it set up that makes everybody happy. That's a pretty tough job. But I just don't see them doing this snowboard part without just going absolutely crazy, because that's kind of what they do. Kind of what they've been doing with this stuff.
That's why I want my idea to be it, but I think it's gonna be more. I think you kind of nailed what it's going to be.
I mean, I don't know.
And Dan,
man.
I want to get behind
just...
your idea. It's just nuts. I just don't. I don't buy it, but I'm interested in, if it goes on sale, maybe I'll buy it.
Buy my idea if it goes on sale. Because listen, because it will go on sale in 2027 when the game launches, baby. Calling it. I'm calling it right now. Hot sauce challenge. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not agreeing to that.
I'll drink more hot sauce.
I'm not agreeing to that.
Just gonna have to buy a gallon jug.
I think you're not agreeing to it.
I'm not agreeing.
I want to know. I want to know the alternate universe where you lost the Game Awards.
Does he cop out? Does he not do it? You'll never know, because I won. I got almost all of them right. You'll never know.
I don't need to have won to know. I know the man you are.
You know the man you are? You question my integrity? Right now, I'm showing the mobile game that released, FF7 Snowboarding, that came out on mobile. So that's what you're seeing right now on screen. Okay, so we talked about story, and if you want to know more about my idea, my theory there, I really, and even Excalibur, I think, you elaborated on even more during that episode of the Hypecast. It's how should part 3 begin? It's got Genesis on it. It's a really fun episode. Really, really enjoyed that one. So go check it out. You'll learn more about why I think Cloud isn't going to be playable until chapter 3. Chapter 4? Who knows? All right, y'all. Let's talk about gameplay a little bit more. Let's talk about snowboarder customization. That was on the top 5 answers on the board. So snowboarder customization, I think a lot of people wrote in and said they want alternate outfits. They want things like that. Now, when I think of snowboarder customization, I'm thinking about the Chocobo Racing minigame from Rebirth. I'm thinking about how I was able to customize the look of my Chocobo. I had to, the Chocobo's helmet, body armor, feet, whatever. So I can see that happening similarly. I can see that happening with the snowboarder themselves. So like, hey, you want to change the parka? You want to put a big old parka on Barrett? Sure, do it. And like, here, you change the color, please. Keep that option, Square. I loved it so much with the Chocobo, where you can literally just do a color slider. I popped off when I was like, yes, this is what happens when you don't incorporate gotcha mechanics. You can just let the person do whatever color they want. So my Chocobo had this bright yellow armor all over. So I want to do that with my characters. I want to have Cloud with a big old bright yellow jacket, and then your snowboard itself should be customizable. We actually had people write in that they want the Buster Sword to be.
As I was just saying before.
He said that.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah. All right. Let's talk about that then. Let's talk about some of these like little intricacies. Some, I don't know. The snowboard customization. Go ahead.
Pull up thumbnail, bro. Right on the thumbnail, we got Kate Sith with the goggles on. Yeah. I mean, so like there's a little bit of a hint that might be something that they're doing anyway. I don't think he has a scarf on. I'm trying to remember, but I know he has goggles. And I want to see people in winter wear, bro. Like straight up.
Like
if Tifa's wearing a skirt and like, like her midriff showing and she's in the snow, like.
Yeah, they could be like, wait, what?
Bro, nah. This is not canon. What is happening here?
There
Yeah,
is
better,
absolutely
Bear better have some sleeves. Like, come on.
Yeah. There's no possible scenario where they're not going to have at least one alternate outfit that is for the snow, for the winter wear.
Better be.
There's just no way. So like when you go to the beach in Costa del Sol, like you're able to change your outfits. If they give you 2 alternate outfits, that's cool. But I think they need to take it a step further and really like allow you to customize your snowboarder. Like allow you, like when you go to the but I feel like, yeah, if you go to the Gold Saucer, I think they can allow you to be virtually put into the game. Like that's what they did for Cloud on the motorcycle. You're still playing as Cloud on the motorcycle. So yeah, your Cloud snowboarding. Before I go snowboarding at the Gold Saucer minigame or the arcade game, give me the character select. Let me swipe. Let me say I want to be Red 13, right? And this is my outfits. I can choose these outfits for Red. I can, this is the snowboard I want for Red. And then I want a course select. I'm going through the courses. Got my course selects. Give me the difficulty. Do you want the beginner's course, intermediate, expert? Yes. That's awesome. And then I'm into the. So basically, you're getting. I don't think this stuff, what I just said, shouldn't, like, I feel like it all should be in the game.
Yeah. It seems like kind of like basic stuff, right? It feels like this is kind of like stuff that should be considered from the very beginning, right? Like, if I can't put a scarf on Red 13, like, what's really going on, man? Like, come on.
But I guess that also just begs the question, what other, like, are we going to get more beach outfits? And that's a whole other, I guess
Lee just wants
customization.
more beach outfits.
No, well, now I'm thinking, because it's like, okay, you want this level of customization for snowboarding.
Mm-hmm.
Where does why, like, not, this is not me saying that we shouldn't put that level
a snowboarding
into
outfit. Like, if you can, like,
well, yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. Like, but I'm wondering if it's
the board for sure.
The board, okay, I agree with that. The board should be customizable. Yeah, it's just, it makes me want. Oh, hey, look, hey, Mog.
Yeah, see the goggles that Excalibur was talking about. Yeah. You got the Shinra board there, and then you got goggles on the Chocobo.
Got the goggles.
The fact that the
make Chocobo a playable. I was
gonna say, like, is Chocobo going to be playable at this arcade machine? Because it's on the poster.
I want to race the Moogle and the Chocobo as Red. That's what I need.
Yeah, I mean,
VR. Mm-hmm. It would be so funny if they could just like. Maybe even make them secrets, like just like other characters that you could race against or unlock. Yeah. Like imagine like being able to race like Rufus, just like that'd be fun.
I mean, if it's a Shinra arcade game, why not promote your workplace? You could race as the president.
Ooh, race as Rufus.
Yeah, race as Rufus.
That's what I thought you were saying. Yeah, I'm like,
no, I say race against him, but I'll race as Rufus.
Yeah.
As soon as you said that, my mind went straight to, well, I mean, might as well have playable Turks. Maybe Elena's chasing you on a snowboard, like
Kid G.
If it's already
Farther said Kid G.
Kid G, yeah.
Kid G looks like an SSX character, so.
So do you guys think there'll be like a balloon mechanic or snowman, or like what do you think is going to happen?
That's a good
in the
question.
Arcade, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know about on the map. I'm almost curious too. Is this going to be a case where, not to pivot from that, but now that makes me think, is there going to be like, can we go back to Icicle Inn and actually like snowboard the location and then,
yeah. Because if it's a story event and there's an avalanche, you ain't gonna be able to go back. The only way you'll be able to do any sort of variation is in the VR, and then it's gonna be courses and not the story beats.
But like, yeah, because like the balloons and snowmen feels very arcadey, so that makes sense at the Gold Saucer. But you could have like the more realistic tracks in person if you wanted to. Like you can make it.
Well, I mean, if it's VR, then they could resimulate all that stuff, right? Like it could be whatever.
So. Yeah, I can see them saying Gaia's Cliff is a level. Freaking I don't know what they're calling the icicle. What is that? Icicle End Mountain, whatever. But like the one that you're actually going to snowboard down before the avalanche, right? Maybe that's an in-world like track that they've replicated into it. And then you can get crazy with it with the more like as you go, like maybe as you go you get the SSX tricky kind of levels where they're really like giving you ramps and freaking loop-de-loops, and they can kind of do that if they want. And as we talk about that more often, like that's a really good point. Can you go back to the Icicle Inn and do the snowboarding again? Well, it would make sense if there was an avalanche that happened that you can't do that. So I like that. That was good thinking there. That's what the developers are thinking, I'm sure. And
if they weren't, there's a freebie.
There you go.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
And I like Excalibur's like, hey, are we gonna have crystals that you have to dodge? Obviously, when you're seeing one on the screen right now, you think of that with the Unreal Engine. We're talking like not just little crystal pop-ups, but more obstacles that make sense. But the snowmen, I think the snowmen will be saved for the arcade. I think the balloons will be saved for the arcade.
Or gamified in a way.
Yeah, and like hitting those boosts, like the balloons will probably give you a boost, the balloon boost thing, and I mean I can absolutely see. God, I'm freaking hype about the snowboarding game because I really, really do feel like when you called out Split Fiction, that being made in Unreal Engine, can somebody verify that? So I just want to make sure, but like I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'll double check that for you real quick. But it looks like it is just looking at it.
Yeah, and it's like, dude, if they were able to do that in Unreal Engine and they made it look this
Unreal Engine 5,
yeah, and I just see that being so freaking fun. And it was so fun in Split Fiction. So it's a win. It's going to be a win. Like this is going to be a good time. All right. So chat, what do you guys think about snowboarding in Final Fantasy VII Part 3? Let me know.
Well, I just thought about something. Cuz this is like something that I feel like could be applied to any other minigame as well, but it makes me think of this especially with the snowboarding. You guys ever play Sleeping Dogs?
No, but I've heard a lot of that was another Square Enix game, right?
So I forgot who made Sleeping Dogs, to be honest.
I don't know.
But in Sleeping Dogs, they had a leaderboard system because it was a single player game, but your leaderboards would connect with your friends.
Yes.
So if we were friends, so for example, there'd be challenges where it's like drive a car without crashing. And I have one friend who always, whenever he goes back to play Sleeping Dogs, he gets pissed because he can't beat my score on that. But it's not multiplayer, but it shows like when you start driving for a certain amount of time and the leaderboard will pop up. It's like,
competitive leaderboard.
Yeah, it's like, just, right. If you don't, because I feel like this should be another Hypecast topic, but
multiplayer
to have multiplayer, I don't know if we're going to necessarily get multiplayer. I want that for the
Chocobo racing too.
Like, that would be great.
Bad. I've been calling for it for years, man.
But a friend leaderboard might actually be. I feel like that would be, if you're not going to go into the multiplayer route, even though you have a lot of games that would really excel with it, like Queen's Blood,
or
the
Chocobo Racing, the snowboarding, like all of these things would be so freaking.
But a competitive leaderboard would be really cool.
That's a great hype cops.
There you go. Yeah. All right. I was about to say, bro.
Keep on going with the competitive leaderboard.
So I think competitively
leaderboard.
Wow. Okay, that was half the bottle.
Oh, you could do it. Zoom in.
Well, who cares?
Yeah, you got this.
Oh my god.
You got this. Do the cheek slap.
No, hang on. It's good. It's really good. It's really good. I'm not crying.
You're not crying. As long as it doesn't go up your nose, you're straight, bro.
He did the whole thing. You're not
okay.
My man.
Okay.
Let's go. Now it's a Hypecast.
So Sleeping Dogs is great because it had a competitive leaderboard. And Square, you guys should do the same. You should really do the same. It's multiplayer might be a tall order.
Are you sweating, bro?
No, actually, I'm okay. It's just my eyes. It's just
oh man,
how's your Outback?
So, it's actually not too bad.
Not too bad, right?
It's pretty good. Okay. No, actually, I think I need more hot sauce. That was nothing. That was really.
Oh man, Roche was right.
Just a tasty beverage.
It was like that's not hot at all.
Roche was right.
Oh, man.
Who knows? Maybe in the holiday party, I'll have a hankering for that. Whatever the second vote was, I don't know, man. We need a worse punishment than that.
Oh.
Wow, that was underwhelming.
That was underwhelming.
Wow.
Nice.
Oh man. Well, hey, you did it. No, I'm proud of you. Thank you. So you got a little. We did get a tear out of you. You got a tear.
You got
out.
one tear out of me. Because I took the first swig, I'm like, that's not that bad, and then I realized the mistake was just straight up downing it. I was like, maybe I should have let that first swig settle before I decided to do the rest. Wow.
Wow, is it hit? It's hitting a little harder.
Spartan said your outback may not feel so good tomorrow.
Yeah, Jackie, I'm sorry for tonight.
Jackie, I'm sorry.
Man.
Oh my god.
Wow. Well,
hey, you know,
nothing's
great cook.
better to warm the tummy in a nice cold environment like this.
Thank you, Lee.
You know,
great
problem.
Cook, man. Great cook.
I hope I lose more often, man. That was nothing.
I'm happy to hear
Next
that.
time I'm gonna ask
I'm
gonna ask Austin Lee Matthews if, hey, you know, send me your batch of what the hottest you think is the hottest sauce. Oh man.
Wow.
That was
It's
awesome.
still there. It's in my
Ectogommet says, Ectogommet says, you guys remember the action sequences in Tomb Raider and Uncharted games where you're usually running away from some natural disaster? Snowboarding segment could be along those lines. Yep, just like we were talking about with like an avalanche coming behind you and you know, Shinra bombing you from above. Yeah. So basically turning that into an action set piece in the beginning makes a lot of sense. And I think what we're gonna do, I think we could because we talked about the snowboarding. I think we successfully brought the hype for the snowboarding. Chat, let me know before we and we brought the heat. We brought the
oh no, I brought the heat.
Brought the
you
heat.
Guys didn't.
Oh god, he's done.
No, it's just.
Let me know before we close this thing out, chat. But I think we're gonna close this the snowboarding segment. That this Hypecast has been brought. And we're going to do, for the party members, a very special Final Fan TV Christmas party. So, Anna says for the hot sauce and downing it, toss in the gill. Thank you so much, Anna. That's awesome. Thank you for that. Yeah.
Very nice.
Oh, man, Lee. Thank you for doing that.
No problem.
That made the show so good. I'm glad you saved it right. It was the finale.
Yeah. Because funny because freaking who was it? Was it Ectogommet? Somebody in chat was like, "Where's the hot sauce shot?" And I'm so mad because I'm holding it under the table. It was like
I was ready already.
Yeah, dude, I was just waiting.
And you spoke about something that. Oh, go ahead, man. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say I was gonna do it right before I brought up sleeping dogs, and I'm like, actually, I kind of want to get this point across because I legitimately believe in it. You know, like the leaderboard thing. I was like, so I just got the point out while you guys were deliberating. I was like, that's what. So yeah, what's your thoughts?
Oh my god. Yes, you brought up something there that will definitely be in a Hypecast topic because I can't stop talking about it. I need it in part 3, and Square Enix, I mean, let's be honest. You need it. Okay? Let's talk about that, right? I want to talk about multiplayer. I want to talk about that in another Hypecast because I think it could be the secret ingredient, you know what I mean, to part 3 that really just sets it off, right? So there you go. This has been a Hypecast. I agree. Oh, and the last thing you said it like with your friends. I wanted to point on that where you said like having their scores. Their high scores would be awesome. Another really cool thing would be like a Forza Horizon style thing where you can get their ghost like going down.
That'd be cool.
You're racing their ghosts.
SSX did that actually 2012.
They did?
In SSX 2012, if you did a mountain, right? Like let's just say you're doing Mount Fuji. And you were trying to beat somebody's score, you can see their ghost trail. And you can basically race the ghost like it kept it. Oh, okay. So
that is
wouldn't it be yo, wait a minute. Wouldn't it be cool?
Ghost, Aerith?
No, well I was gonna say in VR it could be like Zach or something. Like you could have it be
wow.
True.
You could have it be something really there's a lot you can do with that. You gotta be Aerith.
No limit.
Well there you go, everybody.
Cool, man.
Thank you so much for watching this Hypecast. If you're a Final Fan TV party member, you went over to Patreon and you did all that, your all YouTube membership, we're going to open this up to the Cavalry as well. So if you're Chocobo Cavalry, any kind of FFTV party member, come. Let's have a Christmas party together. Let's talk about the previous year, or the 2025. Let's talk about the next year, and what our most anticipated games are. Let's talk about music. I want to share with you my album of the year. I'm going to talk about that. We got a fun game planned for the boys that they don't know that's coming. So I got that as well, and it's going to be a good time. So I'll be sharing that unlisted link. I have to create a new one, so I'll share that unlisted link and all of those sources, and we'll get this thing started probably around 10:30. So thank you so much, everybody. Take care now. Bye-bye then. How's your Outback?
Oh, dude.
How's your down under?
Yeah,
I'm
down
gonna have
under.
bubble